Welcome to this quick guide on how to use SpaceLogic KNX Remote in ETS 5 or 6. In this video, we'll walk you through the main steps of using SpaceLogic KNX Remote, assigning the subscription to the controller, remotely accessing the controller, and remotely configuring the project. Let's begin by exploring the homepage of SpaceLogic KNX Remote. Once your customers have granted you access to their controllers, as explained in the video on how to purchase and activate SpaceLogic KNX Remote subscriptions, you will see them listed here. Hovering over a controller will show you its access validity. You can also check whether the controller is currently online and view its MAC address. In the subscription section, you can assign your subscription to the controller you want to manage or release it for use on another controller. If you need to buy a new subscription, simply click the Purchase Subscriptions button. The Unassigned Subscriptions section displays how many of your purchased subscriptions are available and ready to be assigned. Clicking on this section provides detailed information about each subscription. The Access button allows you to remotely connect to your customer's controller to change its configuration or access its visualization. The Connect button allows you to securely and remotely configure the ETS project. Once connected, you can perform configuration changes in the project through a secure VPN tunnel. The interface provides a configuration IP address that is used to establish the remote connection. We will explain this step in more detail later in the video. You can also edit controller details by clicking the pencil icon. You can rename the controller and find essential information like the MAC address, SpaceLogic KNX Remote subscription details, controller access validity, and the configuration IP address. You can find more in-depth information anytime by clicking the Help button to access the user guide. If you have already purchased and created SpaceLogic KNX Remote subscriptions, then you can assign them to the controllers you want to manage. Click Assign Subscription to open the My Subscriptions dialog. Select the subscription you want to use and click Assign Subscription again to link it to the controller. You are now ready to modify the ETS project in the installation and have full access to your customer's controller. Click Access to open a secure remote connection to the controller for its configuration or accessing its visualization. You will need the controller's username and password. Important! Once connected to the controller, make sure the cloud connector is both up to date and enabled. This step is essential for remote project configuration, which will be discussed in the next step. Navigate to the controller's marketplace to check if the cloud connector or any other plugin has a new version available and update them if needed. Important! It is highly recommended to check automatic updates for all your plugins to make sure you always have the latest version. Then open the cloud connector and make sure it is enabled. Now let's work on a real ETS project. For this example, we have already added the devices to the project and created the required associations. Now we want to remotely upload the configuration to the installation. Select the desired controller and click Connect in the Remote Configuration Interface section. This opens a secure connection between your computer and the customer's installation and creates a virtual configuration interface. A configuration IP address will be displayed. Copy the IP address using the copy icon next to the controller. Now click the bus interface icon, then select Manage Configured Connections. Click Add, choose IP tunneling, paste the copied IP address into the server field, and confirm by clicking OK. Once this is done, select the device you want to update and download the application as you normally do. And that's it! Your changes have now been downloaded just as if you were on site. Please note that each time you perform a remote configuration, the full Step 3 process must be repeated. When you are finished with the remote configuration, you can manually disconnect the remote configuration interface by clicking the Disconnect button. Otherwise, it will be automatically disabled when ETS is closed, when your computer goes to sleep, shuts down or restarts, or after 24 hours with ETS staying open. In the future, if a controller no longer requires remote access, you can release its assigned subscription and reassign it to another controller, depending on the type of subscription you have. 1-year subscriptions for 1, 5, or 25 controllers can be reassigned once every 30 days. 5 and 10-year subscriptions can be reassigned once per year. Monthly subscriptions are non-transferable. To release a subscription, simply click the Release Subscription button once it becomes active. This will return the subscription to your pool of available subscriptions, allowing you to assign it to another controller as needed. And that's it! You now know how to use SpaceLogic KNX Remote in ETS to remotely access and configure your customers' KNX projects, as well as their Wiser for KNX and spaceLYnk controllers. To continue exploring SpaceLogic KNX Remote, make sure to check out the other videos listed on the screen.